Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. Starting with this report claiming that manager Xavi is delighted with the possibility of working with Messi and has a tactical plan ready. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Miralem Pjanic as the ex-Barcelona midfielder recently opened up on the differences between Xavi Hernandez and Ronald Koeman. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, before we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. The story of Lionel Messi making an emotional homecoming to FC Barcelona next summer has not taken any drastic turns as of late, but journalist Tony Joan Marti has recently reported that Xavi is already excited about the idea of training his friend and former teammate. For now, the situation stands where it was a few weeks back. Lionel Messi is not given much thought about his future right now, as he is focused first on playing his last World Cup and after that, ending the season with Paris Saint-Germain on a high. Earlier reports suggested that Barcelona have already begun negotiations with the Argentine, but contrary to the claims, Joan Marti says there have been no contacts between the parties as of today, mostly because Messi is still disappointed with Barcelona's treatment. As far as Barca are concerned, the economic vice president Eduard Romeo recently went on to say that the doors are always open for Messi to come back. He said, Messi is an asset to the club and he has open doors. If we would be economically viable, we know how to do miracles, he had said. Regardless of that, however, Messi is still very hurt by Barca. The club legend was forced to leave Barcelona in the summer of 2021 simply because the team could not afford to offer him a new deal. As a result, he joined PSG on a free transfer, and despite a difficult debut season, the veteran forward has now settled very well. It must be noted that while Messi's ongoing deal with the French capital club runs until 2023, there is an option of another year, but no talks have progressed on that front as well, as Leo will only decide his future after the FIFA World Cup. Furthermore, it is clear that PSG wants Messi to continue, but Barcelona's approach and Xavi's personal communication could be key after showpiece event in Qatar. Antonio Juan Marte is claiming that Xavi has already made a blueprint with Messi in mind. The 42-year-old tactician is said to be delighted at the possibility of working with his former teammate and knows how the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner would fit into his scheme of things in the new Barcelona team. But in order to carry out that operation, the opinion of Matteo Alemany will also have a significant weight. For now, despite all the speculations, any decision on Messi's future will only be made once the World Cup is out of the way. But it bodes well for Barcelona that Xavi already has devised some strategies to integrate the former club captain into his new team, a new look Barcelona next season. A possible Messi return have fueled speculations all through Spain, all through Europe this week. As speculations continue to fuel about Messi, Xavi, Barcelona, Laporta wants him back by all means. It's no secret now, but we all know that we can only get a definitive answer on that only when the FIFA World Cup is out of the way. Of course, transfer expert Fabrizio have been saying this time without number. So Messi is still concentrating on his World Cup ahead and also on his PSG right now in his career at PSG, as he is playing so well compared to last season. He is getting used to with the environment at PSG, and I think he's having a great season. By far a great season compared to last season. So this is not a moment that you expect Messi to be distracted. I think it's the best decision for Messi to just put a stop in any speculation, whatever the rumor mill brings to the table that does not see him and his representative. Now, this is not a moment to lose focus. The World Cup, the PSG, I mean, it's just a very good decision for Messi to keep focus. Then after the World Cup is over and we have the winter transfer window, then from there we can see what happens to Messi's future, which will be interesting to see his decision because the fact that we are talking about Messi every day, comeback options or comeback possibilities, it's not like it's a guarantee that it's coming back. Let's not be mistaken. It is not a guarantee. It's not because he likes Barca that he must come back because he has options. We quite remember we talk about staying at PSG is another option. Going to the MLS is another option. Barca another option. Why not? Can still go or going to his homeland in Argentina to play there in the league to retire there. It's still another option. So it's not like we are just concluding that Messi would definitely choose Barcelona over the other options, right? But it would be something special to see Messi back. But seeing the way Messi was hurt last time out when he left, so annoyed with Laporta, so annoyed with the Barca board for as the failed to renew his contract after winning the Copa America. He traveled, took his time, come to Catalonia, thinking that everything will be sorted out before the new season kicks off. But to his greatest dismay, Laporta failed him. And even though Laporta claims that it was not in his own power to stop the situation, he couldn't control because La Liga's fair play was the thing that caused everything. But even though we got reports earlier this week that Laporta and Messi have reconciled, I personally don't know how true that is. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, it is safe to say that ever since Ronald Koeman was appointed as Barcelona manager, the move was bound to fail. Despite the club legend enjoying a successful spell with the Netherlands, his stint at Everton was an early warning sign as to what to expect from his time in charge at the Blaugrana. From a strictly tactical perspective, Koeman's lack of clear footballing identity led to his demise at the club, with Xavi taking over in November last year. Now, former Barcelona star Miralem Pjanic, who left the club to Sharjah FC earlier this summer, has given an inside scoop into the stark differences between him and the current man in charge, Xavi Hernandez. Going by Pjanic's word, he said, I was very, very surprised when I watched the training sessions with Koeman. They were without intensity, without tactics, without ideas. We didn't even prepare for matches, he candidly said. He said, now with Xavi, it's totally different. They work a lot more and very well. This year, we are going to run a lot, he told us. The Boston international's revelations about Xavi certainly seem to add up, as the displays on the pitch showcase the impact he has had to the side behind the scenes. Playing arguably the finest brand of football in Spain as well, Xavi seems to be building one of the most exciting projects in Europe. The same cannot be said for Koeman, under whom Barcelona seemed to be a club in quicksand. So as things stand, FC Barcelona are top of La Liga, ahead of rivals Real Madrid on goal difference. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.